Hello everyone, I'm here with a Singer 600E. It's called a Touch and Sew. I'm going to show you a little close-up here. And I've seen a few of these before. It does have the cam inside. I don't think I could just flip it up a little bit. The cam, she has it in there and has the things that you can do. And yeah, I have not cleaned it yet. The only thing I have to do now is clean it. And what I do is after I adjust them and everything, I make this cool video. Now, she gave me her manual, which I really didn't have to use it because I've seen this one before. But a lot of times I don't see them. So then when you don't know what they are, you just don't know. So I'm going to go over it with you a little bit. This is your selector dial. You would have to look in the book. You have to have a book in order to know what all these things mean, okay? Right now I just have it on straight stitch. Yeah, and if I move it over here, then it will be on this really cool stitch right there. I mean, because I did a lot of different things to try it. Let's see here. This is your on and off button. So it means to turn on the light and it makes it run. This is your selector length selector. This is your width. This is your selectors. Okay. And when you want to reverse, you just pull up, it reverses, pull back down when you're ready to go forward again, okay? Pretty simple. This is the throat plate, which is the plate that has, it's right here. It's right here. This is the throat plate. This is the face plate, okay? And when you want to get it open, you know, you can move it here, okay? Let's see, that's called the throat plate and position. And it's down right now, so you can use your feed dogs. You could put it up and not use the feed dogs, or you can unlock it altogether and take it out to clean your feed dogs. This is a drop-in, and it does rewind. I'm not sure how this one works. So there's got little buttons and all kinds of levers. I've never really seen one like this exactly in here before, but I've seen these machined, but they're in different styles and different makes. But anyway, so we're not going to really do that. I just went ahead and threaded it all. This one, when you thread the bottom, is I always just drop it in and just bring it up so it hooks up in here, and then the machine will pull it through on its own. It knows what it's doing down there. I don't half the time know. Anyway, let's see. This is how I thread it. I thread because this is an old spool. You always want to thread it from the back so none of these little nuts will get a hold of it. And you go through here. You have to literally hand thread it through this little hole. And, well, it was hooked in here, this little template thingy. Oh, man. It's hard to do with, you got one hand. There we go. And it's supposed to be threaded in there, if I can get it in there just a minute. Everybody says, why can't you just thread it and then show us how it's done? Well, it's easier to show you with my finger. So, in other words, when you come here, and you go up and over like this. So it gets threaded through that and then down here into this. And this is your tension. Before you even thread it, you need to put your foot up. That releases your openings of your tension, okay? When you have it down, the tension gets so tight you can't even move it, okay? So that means it won't go into chamber. So when you come down here with your thread, you have this, your foot up, and this opens the chamber so it receives that thread. And you go up around and pull up this way and back, and that hooks up in this little tiny little lever, and then you go up through here to the uptake. I know my uptake is down. It's hot. And you literally have to thread it through here. You just can't think there's a thing you could slide it up into. You have to thread it. And then it goes into the hook, into this little hook. And let's see, I think there's a hook here and then into the needle, okay? So when you're ready to sew, you put this down like that, and then this is ready to go, okay? To turn it on, we're going to go over here and turn it on. It has a little light that's right here, okay, that shows you. Some people want the light more here. You can actually buy a light to put here if you want. So let's hear how this one sounds. I'm trying to find the foot pedal. It's one of those little teeny foot pedals, you know, those little button ones. Anyway, let's see if I can find it. It's hard to find it because I have shoes on. And I didn't have to put my socks on. Okay, look at that. It's sewing nice. I think she said that she took it out of storage and it was barely sewing. And she thought probably it needs a good cleaning. So I gave it a good cleaning. I've got to find that button again. You have to do it with your foot. And we'll go back this way at an angle so we can show it better. I had to find a different thread to make it look better. Okay, see, it's sewing really nice. And underneath it's sewing nicely. And that's just a bad thing when I had too much thread, and I should have cut that and I didn't. But you can see it's threading nicely. I had this green on there to see the zigzag and everything, and I'm thinking, man, I barely could see that. So I made a bobbin, you know, with the pink. Her green kept breaking, so that's her green, but I'm going to give her the pink because the pink actually is easier to run. That green kept breaking and was losing my mind, so I figured that it'd be better this way. So now if you want to go in reverse, let me show you that real quick. You pull this up right here, and then it will go in reverse. And then you can pull it back down like this, and you pull it back down, and it goes forward. Seems like always the opposite on sewing machines. It's the way it usually works and everything, but it's pretty easy, and it's sewing beautifully. And I just have to give it I use a disinfectant. This is the stuff I use to disinfect the sewing machine. I like the basil smell. I might be a weirdo, but I like that smell. And what I do is I wipe the whole thing down, because after I touch it, I make sure I clean it really well. So everybody has their sewing machine cleaned and disinfected. Oh, what's that buttonette? It's always hard to find it. Let's see here. There we go. And then I always have people ask me, well, how do you sew with using one of those foot pedals? Okay, let me show you. Hold on for a minute. There, I have this foot pedal. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, this is the foot pedal. Okay, everybody thinks you got to go this way. The cord goes out to the back, and you put your foot on this side, and you have to tip your foot like this to get this button to be the pushy button. Because if you push the button, let's see, if I push the button, I'm going to push it hard, see, and then it actually makes the machine run. So anyway, that's that little thing. And a lot of people ask me all the time. They want me to show it to them, so I did. Anyway, and what I found in this machine, this is what I found. I found a pin, several pins. I mean, you see the little straight pins. When you sew with a straight pin, please, people, take it out before it gets in there, because if it gets sucked down in there, you can get into the gears and mess it up. But I found a lot of like animal hair and thread and lots of dust bunnies and stuff like that. I don't know what's on this side. Sometimes you can see more. See that straight pin? It got sucked down in there. It could have injured or even hurt her gears, but all the gears in this machine's all metal. So, but then nothing, no rust, no nothing. So it's in great condition. I'm really excited about it. So it's like a straight pin, and there was a bent one in there somewhere. I don't see it in there now, but it was in there. Anyway, so, and her machine is ready for pickup. I just have to give it a good cleaning. And I hope you guys get something out of this. And I hope she does too when I send it to her. But it's in really, really fantastic condition. She's got a really good machine here. And I hope she gets a lot of use out of her sewing machine. Let's turn that guy off. And I like you guys to give me like thumbs up, okay? I like to see more of them. I don't even know. I know people not text me, but message me by using the comment section and ask me questions all the time. But if you're going to ask me a question, I want to see a thumbs up. I want to see if I can get 100 thumbs up on these sewing machines. Because I really hate to stop doing this, and nobody wants to watch that. So, but if you just give me thumbs up, I could tell how many people did watch it, you know, and if you liked it or not. But this machine's really good. I'm happy that I got it running really well for her, and she's going to enjoy it. Well, anyway, have a blessed day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.